In this example, we will first begin by properly setting up the coordinate system, and then plotting the ordered pairs that are given on the graph. There are essentially 4 steps to setting up a graph properly. To begin with, we need to draw in the axes. You must always draw the axes using a ruler or other straight edge. You don't always have to center the axes at the center of the graph, but more often than not, we will tend to do this. We need to draw the horizontal axis, and separately, we need to draw the y-axis. Once the axes are drawn, the next step is to label the axes. Because not every graph will rely upon x and y for the axes, we need to make sure it is explicitly clear on any graph that we draw. So we will label the horizontal axis with an x, and the vertical axis with a y. The third detail that we need to incorporate is the fact that what we are looking at here in this 12 by 12 grid is a very small piece of an infinitely large graph. The way we do this is we put arrows on at least the positive ends of both the x and the y axes. Some people have the habit of putting the arrows on all 4 ends, which is fine. Some people have the habit of just doing the positive ends. You'll want to confirm with your instructor what is minimally required for your course. The final detail, which is probably one of the most important details for having this graph have any meaning, is to put a scale on each axis. The scale is an explanation of how the spacing between each of these lines is going to be represented. In this particular example, we could use a scale of 1, 2, 3 on the x-axis. We want to make sure we understand that if it goes 1, 2, 3 to the right for each tick mark, then to the left it would be -1, -2, -3. We also need another scale on the y-axis. Your axes do not need to use the same scale. A single axis must be consistent within itself, but we could pick a different scale for the y-axis. Looking at the points that I will be plotting, I do see that a scale of 1, 2, 3 on both the x and the y-axis will be sufficient. You will definitely want to check with your instructor about the requirements for putting scales on axes. Some instructors will want it labeled in both directions, up to the edge of the graph. Others will accept other possibilities. No matter what you do, though, it needs to be explicitly clear how the spacing is organized. Now that the graph is properly set up, we can plot the ordered pairs. So to plot the first point, 2, 3, we will begin at the origin. We will move right 2 units to an x value of 2, and up 3 units to a y value of 3. Again, returning to the origin, to plot the point -5, 4, we will go left 5 units to an x value of -5, and up 4 units to a y value of 4. The third point, 1, -5, tells us we should go to an x value of 1, so right 1, and a y value of -5, down 5. And the final point, -4, -3, we should go left 4 units to an x value of -4, and down 3 units to a y value of -3. The key to having the graph have any meaning is that it does need to be properly organized. Scales, labels, actually having the axes drawn, and the arrows to represent that this does go on forever in both directions are critical for your graph to have any meaning.